My name is talking to Zanele Matlala, the CEO of Merafe Resources. Zanele, you've just posted some very good results. You've had 10 years of capital investment, and it now seems like harvest time.
It has been a 10-year journey of investing in various projects, including Tswelopele, Line 1, Line 2, and we've just come to the end of that investment period. We're now at a stage where we're able to maximize cash flows from our operations, and that's expected to put us in a position to be able to reduce our debt, which we acquired to invest in those projects, and also start returning some cash to shareholders.
So you're going to sweat these assets?
In the short to medium term, there won't be significant expansionary projects, but we will continue to invest in sustaining capex. Because much as you're sweating the assets, it's also important that you maintain them. You don't want to get to a position where you've been paying out all the dividends and not at least maintaining the assets to be able to stay in business.
And you've got this new partner in Glencore.
One of the good things they bring is synergies around logistics. In terms of interest, we also aligned because they'd like to sweat the assets as much as we do.
You geared up for diversification at a corporate level, and now you're shrinking your corporate office.
There were a number of considerations for that, and one of them is what we've talked about, that for 10 years we've just been investing in this ferrochrome project, and then now that we are about to reap the fruits of that, we had to think hard about whether you want to start diluting some of that by investing in other projects that may take a while before they return cash. So that was one consideration. We're also in a rising interest rate environment, and we thought it would be better for us to focus on at least reducing the debt. And remember that the strategy is a short to medium term. So for the next 3 to 5 years, we'd like to focus on this. And whether we look at diversification later is another story, but not in the short term.
Now, the platinum strike, people didn't produce platinum for a period of time. They did have a stockpile. But there was this portion of time, quite a big length of time, when that UG2 chrome was not processed at the same level as in the past. Is that going to have a beneficial effect?
It's still questionable whether we'll get to the levels that we're at in terms of UG2, because some of the platinum miners are reviewing their own operations. So if they do shut down certain shafts, then it just means less UG2 available. And that should be positive for prices.
It should be positive for prices, and we know that there was a time in our history where the industry was saying, please restrict these raw chrome exports. If there is a restriction through a market force and through closure, surely this is going to fulfill the dream of beneficiation. The market is allowing beneficiation to take place.
Absolutely. There was a time when the industry had gotten together and were lobbying, but I think we over those times now, and I think it's been left to the market forces, and it seems like the market forces will achieve exactly that without having to lobby anybody.
And because South Africa has been the biggest supplier to China, perhaps it'll mean that we regain our ascendancy as a leader in ferrochrome, and China maybe goes ex-growth as far as ferrochrome growth is concerned.
It is a possibility. As we've seen for the first half of 2014, South Africa increased its ferrochrome production by 36%. And I think for me, it is an indicator that we may just be going back to that position.
Can we compete more strongly against China's ascendancy in ferrochrome?
Absolutely. I mean, if you look at the cost curve now, you can see South Africans are producing significantly lower than some of the Chinese. It is a major opportunity because we do have the capacity. So as soon as the demand is there, we ready to supply.
And you've still got some wage talks ahead of you.
We're in the process of the negotiations, and I would say they're robust, but I wouldn't say too much anxiety. But when it comes to labor, you never know. Until you've signed, you can never say it's done. But for us, the positive is that because we have different unions in the east and different unions in the west, you at least have that ability to continue operating even if you have issues on the one side. Currently on the western side it's NUMSA, on the eastern side it's NUM.
And those talks have already been concluded?
Yeah, those ones have been concluded.
And was that a long-term wage agreement?
No, it's only 1 year.
The energy price.
It always concerns us if energy prices go up. But for us as the venture, the advantage we have is that we have energy efficient technology, so that even if prices do go up, they go up more for our competitors than for us, because for us energy is a lower component.
Couldn't you put that premise throughout your group, not just at Lion and Lion 1 and 2?
We've got it at line 1 and 2 plus 2 furnaces at Leidenberg, but it's not a technology that you can retrofit.
What gives you the most optimism at the moment, and what do you see as the biggest opportunity?
Optimism really is around seeing where the market is. Stainless steel growth is quite robust, and as long as there's demand for stainless steel, there is demand for ferrochrome. The end of the expansionary projects means more cash to be generated, so it just puts us in a good position.
That was Zanele Matlale, the CEO of Merafe Resources, talking to Mining Weekly Online.